So today I just have more of a curiosity in that I am a lucid dreamer. I have always been one. Literally for as long as I can remember, that is the only kind of dreaming I have done. Such that I didn't even really understand, I still don't because I don't experience it, but growing up I didn't know that it was anything other than normal, barring vague contextual clues from how dreams are talked about in media or whatever else. And yes, I hear you squawking at me. Weird fuzzbutt. But again, having never experienced it, I don't know what other kinds of dreaming are like. And I didn't know that there was a word for the way that I dream, and proper framing to understand that no, it's not how that goes for most people until I was in college psychology. And then I actually did my main paper in that class on lucid dreaming, because now that I finally had a word for what it was, figured I might as well look into the research on it. Which was still weird because it framed it in a, this is rare and it's hard to make yourself do it, and that this is not a choice, this is a default. So even the way it's framed in the research doesn't match my reality. But I was wondering, I think Spoon mentioned lucid dreaming, but again in that context of the it's hard to make yourself no. The framework other people discuss it with does not match my reality, and that's just how it is. But I do wonder what dreaming is like for other people. If they do it regularly, because apparently that's highly variable. How often people dream, or how often people remember dreams, I guess, is the better way to label that, because if you're dreaming and don't remember them, you don't know unless you were being monitored while you were sleeping, because there are external cues, because REM sleep, yeah, that happens in REM sleep. Anyway, so just the general wondering of how people dream, how often people dream, what that's like if you're not a lucid dreamer, because no one ever really talks about it, because they assume the not being a lucid dreamer is normal or something. I don't know. I don't know why there's no, like, discussion or explanation of what that's like, but it seems to me like it's just because there's the assumption of this is normal, so people just understand it inherently. And no, the only dreaming I have ever done and remembered, but partially because I'm a lucid dreamer, I'm aware of dreaming when it's happening. So yeah, the only dreaming I've ever done for nearly 40 years is lucid, so I have no idea what it's like to not. Like, that just doesn't make sense to me. So, if anyone wants to, I think that would be an interesting thing to hear someone else try and describe. Because, like I said, there's a distinct absence of that in culture and media and at least stuff that I've been exposed to. People only talk about how dreaming works, like what the experience itself is like, when there's something different about it, not the typical mundane experience of how it works. So yeah. How does that work?